Welcome back. We are back with another episode of Say It Out Loud Sports. We're talking basketball. Playoffs are in the middle. It's exciting times around here. I got David and Stenson in the house. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
What up?
So let's just get into the East. Let's start with the East. That's the boring side, right?
Always is.
Not really. Not this year.
What do you mean?
Toronto's
Well, now,
making
no,
statements.
going forward, it's going to be fun. But the first round has been awful.
Boston's been pretty fun to watch.
They just swept them.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right. No, okay. All right. Let's go Bucks Magic. Not a big shocker here. The Magic did win game one, though.
That was a shocker.
That was a little wild.
Yeah, they can win a game, like one game. I guess because it was the first game. It was kind of surprising, but
Yeah. First, there's no home court advantage, so coming out, they're come out flat 1 versus 8. Magic don't have Aaron Gordon's out.
it's hard to sweep a team. And they were drilling 3-pointers the first game. They usually don't.
Yeah, everybody in the bubble's drilling 3-pointers, except the Lakers, I feel like. But they're playing defense, but we'll get to them later. But yeah, the Magic came out. Markelle Fultz can shoot now. Have you watched this guy?
The yips are over. That's what he had in Philadelphia. Was the
All of a
yips.
sudden, he just is making shots.
Yeah, he can hit them. I mean, he gets paid millions of dollars and to practice every day. So you better be able to make something.
Well, in Philly drafted him, and then the yips, like he said, he could not, literally couldn't shoot.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
feel like
bad.
it was because it was Philly.
Maybe
They
something
just ruined it. They ruined everything.
I don't know. I watched him the
never
other
win.
day, and I'm like, how's this guy putting up points? And then he was making mid-range, making threes, and all of a sudden he looked like a number 1 draft pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
Well, I don't know about that. So crazy.
no, but not
they
ahead of
passed on
Tatum and those, but
Fox and those guys.
we'll say top 10.
Oh,
he looks
man.
like a guy that has some skill level.
You can see
to
why
him.
he got drafted high.
Yeah. But yeah, no real surprises there. Giannis got named Defensive Player of the Year today.
That's real?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Poor Rudy. 3-time. That's cool. Good
I feel
for
like
Giannis.
Giannis is now the MVP. He's not going to. I feel like they gave it to him because they know he didn't get MVP. Did they announce that yet?
Really? I feel like he's going to get
So
it.
he's going to get MVP and defensive?
Yeah, and there's only a couple, right? Like Jordan and Hakeem. I think Elijah one did it,
Yeah.
but there's only a few. So
Maybe I don't know. I could see him. I think he should get it, but I could see them giving it to LeBron, and then saying, "Oh, well, Giannis got defensive." What about Chris Middleton? He's probably so happy that Paul George is playing so bad because otherwise people would be shredding this guy. He hasn't done anything.
yeah, well, lucky for them, they got the Magic,
Magic, yeah.
so he can have a
Yeah,
series.
So they're gonna win. I mean, they haven't escaped yet. It's 3-1. Game 5's tomorrow. I'm assuming they're gonna win. So, anybody else think the Magic come back?
No, that's a good assumption.
No, but yeah, like we were talking about before the playoffs started, you can kind of start to expose Milwaukee if you have a star who's like one-dimensional and can't shoot. If you take him out of the game, like you can easily win the series. So
Yeah, they got to. I mean, I didn't take much. I'm not taking much out of this series other than they better play better. Like they're not ready. Like they might have had an easy first round, but they're playing. So Miami swept Indiana. That's who they get in the second round.
Yeah, Miami looks
And
tough.
if they play bad against Miami, they could lose to Miami with that defense and their depth. Like they better start. Middleton has to play better. He's averaging, I think, 15, 17, somewhere in that area. He needs to get 20 plus
yeah,
because Bledsoe, Lopez, and
they
all
need
those guys
better
aren't
guard
scoring.
play in general.
Yeah, DiVincenzo looks like he kind of lost some minutes.
Yeah.
Took Pat Connaughton.
They're playing George Hill a lot, too. And George Hill's older, like 34 years old.
Yeah,
He's still doing well, but how long can he
he's
keep
kind
that
of
up
the 3
for?
and D guy. You know, talking about shoulders.
Fat
gonna-
City has great shoulders.
Okay.
No, so he just has wide shoulders.
Yeah.
He's just lengthy.
Well, he's tall.
I don't know. It wasn't. Like, I didn't say he has nice shoulders. These fools were ripping me the other night saying Pat said he had nice shoulders. I said no, he's
Something
just
like that.
bro. Whatever. All right. So Bucks over the Magic. All right. Let's go to so the next Heat and Pacers.
This one surprised me.
The sweep for sure. I didn't think they would sweep them. I thought the Pacers. I thought it was going 6 or 7.
Yeah, I thought Pacers were going to win just based on the way they were playing before the playoffs started in the bubble.
Bubba Warren, the MVP TJ Warren, just I mean, he averaged what 20 probably. He didn't drop any 40 burgers on Jimmy Butler. He put that to bed real quick.
Yeah, it was kind of a fluke end of the
he
in
had
the bubble.
6 straight crazy games.
Yeah,
but
anybody can go on a 10 or less games, they can go on a tear. But
I was hoping there'd be some drama with Butler and Warren because they had that beef.
it's not like he's just been an average guy and then all of a sudden overnight he turned into a superstar. Like
Yeah.
eventually you regress to who you really are.
This is so true.
But the Warren Butler thing, they had that beef last year or earlier before the pandemic when they had the. I was hoping to see some of that, but when you sweep someone, there's not a lot. You can't really talk.
And he played through.
And he shut him down. But
Butler played through a hurt shoulder, and still
he sat out last game, and they still wrecked him.
Duncan Robinson.
Probably
Anybody see that?
top 5 shooter, or is he the best shooter? No,
not
obviously
the
Curry's
best.
the Curry and Clay.
Clay.
He's
You
top
got-
10.
He's getting there.
But he's
he
like
doesn't really get
23?
his own shot though. He's like a
Right, he's all picks.
Yeah, so he's a little different. Curry can shoot as well as he can, like off the dribble and getting his own shot off. So it's a little different.
Him and then it's weird because I feel like him and Hero are like the same guy. So you got 2 sharpshooters coming off the one. Like as soon as one goes out, the other one's in.
Yeah.
And then
Dude,
it's just
honestly,
nonsense.
they're like a poor man's version of the
Splash
it like the
Brothers?
2015, 2016 Warriors before Durant got there. They even have a better big guy. They have Bam. The Warriors
Yeah.
back then had like Bogut and JaVale McGee.
Pachulia.
Yeah,
But
Pachulia,
yeah, so
all
they
those
have
guys.
a better big guy.
Bam's good.
Then they have 2 shooters in Hero and Robinson, kind of like Clay
Yeah.
and just a poor man's version of them. And then they have like Butler,
Kendrick Nunn.
who's a superstar.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So they're kind of set up like those Warriors are, but not as good, obviously, and younger. But
yeah, they're just young.
like
But Hero and Robinson are 20, probably 20 under 20. I think Robinson's 23, and then Hero's 21.
and they have a solid big guy and then a solid superstar.
24,
So
I think Robinson. He did 4
Somewhere
years
in there,
college.
23, 24. And then they got Dragic is playing lights out right now.
He's killing it.
Kendrick Nunn didn't even play the first 3
Yeah.
games. He came in last game, played 14 minutes, had 7, 5, and 4.
dude, and
and
comparing them,
Spoelstra.
and comparing them to the Warriors, they have Iguodala, right?
Yeah, he comes
So they have him too. It's like kind of
They have
set
a
up
good
like
mix.
that team was.
like that team is so deep. And Olenek,
Oh, I always
Coming off
talked
the
about
bench.
Olenek.
Yeah, they're
he's a little stat stuffer. Bam can guard everybody. Butler can guard. They're good. Like I
So
could
you
see them
had-
beating Milwaukee.
You had
and
Milwaukee
stuff.
like before it started. That was your
I
pick.
still
with, like,
think Milwaukee-
You didn't see any obstacles in their way. You think Miami could beat them now?
I think they can. I think Milwaukee will still win though.
You
I
know,
hope I can't say I hope. I'm rooting for Boston because that's who I bet on. I have that
Yeah.
ticket. I still think it's going to be Milwaukee, LA.
Okay.
I mean, if not, it's not the end of the world. There's only a few teams I don't want in the championship. Toronto,
Yeah.
Oklahoma City. I don't want to watch them in the title game or in the finals. And I don't really want to watch the Clippers. That's about it. Jazz are fun. I know you want to watch the Jazz.
Nobody wants to watch the Jazz.
Have you watched the game? We'll
Yeah,
get to them later. All right. So Bucks Magic. What do we do now? Heat Pacers. Yeah, that was shocking. Pacers. They didn't have Sabonis. Obviously, that hurts them down low. Brogdon played good, I thought, but
Oladipo's playing
the Heat are
limited
just too
minutes, too.
much. Yeah, Oladipo's banged up. They didn't. TJ Warren didn't. Warren didn't show
Yeah,
up.
and the Heat, like you said, they have so many young guys. Like they've been improving over the course of the year because they are so young. They've gotten a lot better than they were at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Well, the depth alone. Look at Pacers have like Justin Holiday, Aaron Holiday coming off the bench, but you got starters coming off you got Iguodala coming off you got like veterans,
Olenek.
a mix of veterans, rookies, young guys, 3-point shooters, big guys. It's crazy. Miami's a good team, and they're coached by Spoelstra. No shame to Nate McMillan. He's done a good job with that team. But all right, so next round we got Milwaukee, and we just talked about that. Who you guys got?
Oh man, I
Or
think
and
Milwaukee's
in how many?
after we just talked about how good the Heat are, I think Milwaukee's good, like set up good to beat them because they play such sound defense. If you like, Indiana was giving them wide open threes all game. It's crazy. I think Milwaukee is set up pretty well to beat them. So I would take Milwaukee in like 6.
I'm the opposite.
Miami in 6?
I like the Heat in 6.
Man.
I like I said before in the earlier podcast, I am not a big fan of Milwaukee. I think Eric Spoelstra's a great coach. He's going to expose Giannis, and I don't see them working around that. Look, Chris Middleton, if he keeps shooting like this, let him shoot.
Yeah.
I'll let him shoot all day if he keeps shooting like that. So I don't know if Middleton can't show up. Brooke Lopez is shooting 50-foot 3-pointers.
He shoots pretty good for
He shoots
in the
good,
corners.
but do you want him to be your second best scoring option? Or do you want Chris Middleton?
Middleton has to be if he's not the second, Miami's going to beat him.
That's what I'm saying. So
And
I think that's
Middleton's
the game
gonna-
plan going forward is you shut down Giannis or get him in foul trouble early because they have the bodies to go at him. I could see Miami winning in 4 games or 6 games.
Oh, it's like sweep.
Sweep, yeah, no, 6
No,
games.
I'm on the same. I think Milwaukee gets it done in 6. I think their defense. I know one thing is the unders. So the overs have been a big trend the last couple weeks in the bubble. I think the under in that series, game 1.
It's 11-2 in the last 13 games.
It was 8-1. This one's probably gone over. What was the game? Oh, this is the first game of the day.
Last night
right?
was over.
Last night was way at 150 or 250.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like 90% right now in the last week. But yeah, the series I think it'll be a
Good
long
series to bet the under.
6-7 games, and I'm taking Milwaukee, but I could see Miami winning. Middleton's the key. If Middleton shows up and puts up 20 plus,
I
they
agree.
win. Under 20, they lose.
I agree.
Yeah, well, they'll have Butler on him, so he might have trouble.
They're gonna put Bam on Giannis.
They have to, or
Olenek.
Olenek can't guard Giannis. It's got to be Bam or Butler could probably guard Giannis. Honestly, like nobody can guard Giannis, but he's gonna get it. He could punk him.
You worry about foul
He's
trouble,
like
though,
he's
with
a
that.
vet. He knows how to like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
if
feel
any
like he
smaller
could.
player could do it, it's him.
He's
but
tough. He's gonna talk trash to him. Giannis, let him shoot. He keeps
probably
shooting.
gonna double him
He's
everywhere he
shooting
goes.
threes. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Spoelstra will have a good plan for him.
Yeah.
That's why the key is going to be those other guys. Like Lopez has to hit shots. Middleton has to 20 plus. That's my guarantee. If Middleton scores under 20 points a game, Miami wins the series. Book it. That's a fact right there. All right, Boston. Did we get to Boston yet? Boston and Philly. That was a little. I didn't think they'd sweep them.
No,
Like,
Philly just had
thought
even
they'd get
after
one or
Simmons
two.
went out. Yeah,
Simmons
you thought
can't
they
shoot.
could get one. They've just been. We talked about it before.
Yeah, you said
the
they're
playoffs.
just-
Though they're just dysfunctional. They don't like. I don't think they like each other. The coach is like.
Well,
I don't
they
think
fi-
the players respect them. They just kind of do what they want.
Yeah,
They're
but
not playing like
got-
team basketball.
You
It's-
got fired today
Yep.
or yesterday.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I don't know whose fault. I can't even pinpoint the problem. I feel like it's the players.
I blame the GM.
The players, the GM. What is it? Like they got rid of, for some reason they got rid of all the shooters or they got rid of Redick over the past couple of years. They lost Redick. Robert Covington left. He was a good.
Butler.
If they played small, he was a good 3-and-D guy. Saric, he was big in their playoff runs because he could shoot and play the 4. Jimmy Butler, even though
Yeah, they're all like good locker room leader type guys. you
all
know,
those
that
guys
they got rid
that
of.
they left.
So it's
JJ
like-
Redick, Butler, those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a talent issue. It's just a lack of leadership and like playing team basketball.
Yeah, it's
So
all the
GM and coach, I would put it on.
Yep.
The guys they have are good talent wise, but they need to surround them with some veterans and some.
those two. If you have Simmons and Embiid with a point guard that can't shoot and a big guy that dominates paint, you have to have just 3 shooters.
Yeah, you
You
have
can't
to.
have Al Horford
Right.
on the they went out and paid Al Horford. That's the worst contract in basketball. Al Horford, they just paid him like $100 million,
Yeah.
and now he doesn't even play. I don't even think he plays, but he doesn't do anything.
yeah,
That's
they're all
that's
messed
a
up.
weird. I mean, I get he can shoot sometimes, but that was just Boston got out of good. They got rid of him.
Trust the
They-
process.
They
Yeah.
and then they just swept them. It was a terrible. Whoever invented Embiid's crying every game on the bench because they're getting blown out. They're not losing. They
Yeah.
lost by in the 4 games. They lost by 8, 27, 8, and 4. And the last game wasn't close as 4. They were up by like 15, 20 the whole game.
Yeah,
They
Embiid's
couldn't-
good, but his whole attitude and the way he
Would
plays,
you-
I wouldn't want to play with him.
Would you trade either one of them and try to start the process over?
Trade Simmons. Embiid, you can build around.
I feel like you build around either one, but
I can't build around
yeah.
Simmons, dude.
kind of.
No.
His defense is like
Yeah, he's a
and he
good-
can- and his
he's a
vision's
good
good.
player, but what else can he offer you?
he just can't. The only thing he can't do is shoot. Like
That's
if you
a
ever
big
got a
deal
shot
in the league
Well,
now.
I know. Yeah, I get that.
This is the 1980s. He'd be killing it.
Boston,
I don't
though.
know.
Boston, I got them on the ticket. They're deep. Hayward, they lost Hayward.
He'll be back.
Yeah, 4 weeks. Give him a little time off. He was leaving anyway because he's having a baby, right?
It's true. With Robin.
That'll be a good
But
series
those-
though against Toronto.
Yeah, Boston, Toronto. I think
That's good.
that's a crazy matchup because Toronto's so deep too, and Boston is their big 3. I know everybody has a big 3, but it's just tough because they don't have a big guy.
Yeah,
It's
I
kinda
was
their
gonna
downside.
say, and Toronto's pretty solid inside.
They got Kemba, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. That's as good as 3 like wing players you're gonna find in the league.
Yeah,
And they got some guys off the bench that can play deep, like Marcus Smart guard.
He's the type of guys
Smart.
that like Philly doesn't have that you want. Like Marcus Smart,
The
play
grittiness.
hard, the grittiness.
because he can shoot somewhat.
Dude, he's a nice player to have on your team.
Mm-hmm.
He can shoot, but he was guarding Embiid at some points in the series.
Yeah,
Just
and he's
frustrating,
diving for
just
loose
annoying
balls.
people.
Yeah.
So they played like they actually cared, like they wanted to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's similar
then-
like Draymond.
I didn't see
Green,
that out of
think.
Philadelphia.
No, I don't. Care.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, and then you got, I don't know how much Hayward will be missed a little, but they got defensive guys that can come in and play like Ojale
Yeah.
as a tank. They got the guy Grant Williams,
Mm-hmm.
Robert Williams, too.
Williams.
Both of those guys. But they got
Yeah.
guys that can come in and they don't need offense. They just need guys. They got those three guys to create all three of those. Kemba, Jalen, and Jason can all create their own, get their own shot pretty much for the most part.
Yeah.
Tatum and Kemba for sure, and then Brown just is aggressive. I like Brown the game. He hits.
Yeah.
I feel like he hits timely threes. He doesn't just go off, but he always hits them when they need him.
Yeah, it'll be good. I think it'll be just good basketball. Both coaches are really good. They all play good team basketball. Both talent on both sides. So
Yeah, Toronto. So that one. So they'll play the Raptors. They swept them, right?
Yeah, and
That's
Kyle
really
Lowry's
good.
hurt. Messed
Kyle
up his
Lowry.
ankle pretty
What's
bad.
crazy is Kyle Lowry, when Kawhi was there, I feel like he could never perform in the playoffs, and ever since I guess he did in the finals last year.
yeah,
This year he's just makes every shot. Every time I watch him, he's just balling for like years.
He's a good all-around player. He's good.
And then
in
Van
Houston.
Fleet, I still don't understand Van Fleet.
he's coming alive.
Was an animal.
Wichita State mode.
It's
dude.
contract year. He's trying
mean,
to get paid.
he's
he's
gonna
getting
get
put in
paid.
the work.
he's getting paid for sure. He makes every shot. He had 9 threes the other night.
No, he's good.
He's hitting floaters in the key, like getting to the hoop.
Oh, he's been balling. It'll be good. I think Boston has more talent, probably, but Toronto's deeper. So it'll be a good matchup.
They had that little Smith guy too, right?
Smith.
A
Terrence Davis,
No, a little white dude.
Matt
Smith?
Thomas.
Or Matt Thomas.
Matt
yeah,
Thomas.
He doesn't play that much. He's a shoot.
he could shoot, though.
for sure.
They have like
came in, I was like, who's this
Norman
kid?
Powell. He's been,
I forget
he
about
plays
Norman
pretty
The
Powell.
well.
last couple games,
That OG
yeah. Ananobi.
Anunoby.
Yeah, he's
so
gonna
they're
be
deep.
guard- he's guarding
Serge
He's
long,
Ibaka,
too.
Serge Ibaka,
Yeah.
Marc Gasol. They have like
Dang.
10 guys.
They're
who
pretty
play.
deep too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't realize how deep they
Marc
were.
Gasol is not good. I don't know how.
He's
no,
but he's a big body.
you
He's,
got to get out of the league.
he's as good as
gotta get out
a
of the league.
starter for who's Tice? Is that his name?
Diable Tice.
Yeah,
I'll have to take Marc Gasol over that guy. And then they still have Ibaka coming in off the bench
Yep,
when
he's been
Gasol comes
balling
out.
too. That
So
dude's-
I don't know. I would probably go Toronto just because of their depth.
and Nick Nurse too. Nick Nurse is a
He's legit.
nasty coach.
So is Brad Stevens. That's what I
They're
said.
both- those are the
coaches
two.
are good. Yeah.
Clearly, the coaching disadvantages with Milwaukee. I feel like you got Brad Stevens, Nick Nurse, Eric Spoelstra, and then Budenholzer. That's another area. So those 4 coaches are in the East semis. Like if you had to pick a coach that you wouldn't want, or I mean, I guess they're all good. Didn't Budenholzer win Coach of the Year?
Yeah.
But Nick Nurse is a animal. I mean, Kawhi leaves and they're the 2 seed playing this like.
Yeah.
They didn't really-
and
With a better
we didn't even
record.
say Siakam. They have Siakam
Yeah.
too.
Well, I thought it was
They're
no.
good.
Yeah, I wasn't even. They're legit.
Toronto's scary. Like I'm more scared of Toronto. Rooting for Boston, I'm more scared of Toronto than I would be against Milwaukee.
I agree.
So if they get through Toronto, I think. Actually, I'd rather play anybody. Actually, I'd rather play Milwaukee than Miami or them matchup wise. That's weird.
Yeah.
If you break it down like that, yeah.
So what do you got? Toronto or Boston?
I'm stuck in Boston still.
Boston
I got Toronto.
6, 7. He's thinking 6,
I
7
think it
games.
goes 7.
7 Toronto.
I got Boston.
Yeah, I got Boston.
Hayward comes back and
He ain't coming back for this series.
he's going to try.
He's out 4 weeks.
You'd be surprised.
All right,
Stem cell
I
research.
got Boston in 7 as well. All right, let's go to the West. This is the fun side.
Yes.
The first round in the East was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 2 sweeps, a 4-1, assuming Magic lose tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then what was the other
Well,
one?
that's kind of to be expected. You have the Nets and the Magic in the playoffs.
They got people off the streets
They
still on
should
their
have
team.
never been in there.
All right, let's get to the West. Which one do we want to do first?
Let's do 1-8.
Oklahoma City, Houston.
Oklahoma City, Houston.
I think
2-2.
OKC comes back and wins the
2-2.
series. When they were down 0-2, I was saying, man, I bet them to win the series at like 20-1.
They were probably they were up there for sure because they came out kind of flat.
Houston's been drilling threes. The series is tied. I think
They just live and die by it.
Yeah, and they usually die. So I would say
In the
I mean,
playoffs,
they've
yeah.
never been to the finals.
Yeah,
and
the
now
only year
Westbrook's out, and they lost Capella.
he's
like-
already ruled out for Game 5 too.
Yeah, so I think Thunder.
I mean, they just live and it's just does the 3 fall. Playoffs are different. We've seen this. It's the same story every year. They hit threes all regular season, but as soon as the playoffs hit, defense steps up, and the defense intensifies. It's
Yeah,
weird because
and
there's
for
no
them
crowd
to
noise.
win, they have to be on fire.
They don't even shoot
games.
twos. Somebody shot a 2, and the announcer said, "I don't think they're allowed to do that,"
Yeah,
because
and
he missed it too.
they don't really care about defense, so they have to be on fire for like 4 out of 7 games. They have to hit their threes 4 out of 7 games. That's usually not going to happen.
Well, they came out the other day. The first quarter, they had 9-10 threes, and then they finished the half 0 for 15. So they had 10 threes in the first quarter, and they were still losing at halftime
Yeah,
because they went 0 for 15.
and I think they had 0 turnovers too.
Yeah, they just and then Lou Dort. I know that's Arts' boy.
I love him.
We were talking about him. Did you know he's this good on defense? You just liked his name.
I liked his name, but I knew he could light it up in a hurry. I didn't know his defense was that good.
Yeah, he doesn't even.
That's why he's in.
Yeah, his
for
defense because he
a big
doesn't really
body
shoot.
on
I think he's
Harden.
averaging 8 a game, but his he just put him in against Harden. He's doing a good. I mean, Harden's still getting his points, but he's making it way more difficult.
Yeah, I think Thunder win it.
You got Westbrook's out for Game 5. I love Westbrook, but yeah, I'm just if they lose, it's not on him, right? Are they still? It's going to be Westbrook's fault because he was hurt. All
White?
all
Yeah.
that. Dude, Eric Gordon is a problem.
What do you mean?
So this is his 3-point shots for the 4 games: 2 for 6, 0 for 10, 2 for 10, and 3 for 8. So he's 7 for 34. He wasn't playing until
Yeah,
the regular season,
that's
right?
going to happen.
But he's taking away shots from like Ben McLemore. He was or Ben McLemore, right?
McAdoo? No,
Ben
McLemore.
McLemore,
Yeah, you're
yeah.
right.
He was making shots before, but when Gordon wasn't there in the bubble, McLemore, Covington, those guys were all in rhythm. Like they were playing well in the bubble. And then Gordon comes back and he shoots every time,
Yeah.
but he's not making. How do you go 0 for 10? He's wide. He's open too. It's not like he's good. He needs to drive. He's that big old fat body. He looks like a little fat guy, doesn't he? He's
stocky,
just
yeah.
thick. He just pushes guys and makes the layup.
Yeah. I don't know, but
needs
that's
to get
just what they do. He's got to shoot it if he's open. He's got to shoot.
That's their strategy. But yeah, it's not looking. I mean, it's tough. They better make them.
yeah, they're
So
gonna
that's
have to
tomorrow. Well, today
Thunder
I guess
in
it's
7.
recorded. Thunder in 7.
And I just don't like D'Antoni. He doesn't like. And the last 2 games have been close. Rockets could have won either of them, and
They were
just
up
kind of pissing
5,
away
6.
at the end. Yeah,
Hard, and they're not getting the call. Like
get
Harden,
like turnovers inbounding the ball
yeah.
with 20 seconds left. They can't get stops at the end of the
Down
game.
the end,
on
Chris
defense.
Paul has been the game we watched the other night. Chris Paul just took over the game. He hits some crazy shots. Those little step back followaways he does.
He's been hitting those though his whole
For
career.
years, yeah.
So
And then Shea Gilgeous Alexander,
I love him.
he's
yeah.
playing good.
I get the
Schrader.
way like their style of play where they just cast the threes. You know, like you
Yeah.
said, I get it during the. That's how they play. But at the end of the game, when you're up by like 8 with a minute left, it's probably
Yeah.
best to run out the clock and try to draw a foul, get in the lane,
Go to the
like
hoop.
change it up at the end. You can easily go miss 3 in a row
Yeah.
and not score in the last minute.
They're
Like,
still, but they're getting. That's the problem though. They're getting open looks, but if you don't if you get open looks and don't make them, you're in trouble. Go at the hoop.
yeah, get
Take
a higher
layup.
percentage.
Like they'll
layup.
give up a layup if they have a wide open layup. Like a guy's coming over, they'll kick it out just to get a wide more.
Yeah,
It's like a rec league. It's
I
like
get
a
that
rec
like
league
early in the game, but
Yeah.
at the end when it's
you're up-
close,
when you're up
and you're
2,
up, yeah,
to go up
take
4?
the- yeah.
or to go, yeah. they'll
So
kick it out.
D'Antoni doesn't even. I don't know.
So you got who do you got? Houston.
No, I thought I did. But after
It's
watching,
just this is the most confusing series.
after
This-
Yeah,
watching
it
the
could go
games,
either way,
after
for
watching
sure.
the games and seeing the chemistry, OKC, man, like I like small market teams, and it'd be cool to see them beat Houston because I hate Houston. To see a small market team knock them out would be really awesome, and then watch them implode. And then watch
If-
Russell Westbrook leave again somewhere else, try to win. Like you're not Kevin Durant, dude. You're not. You can't just. Not everybody wants that kind of player on their team. Sorry, Pat.
I got Houston's gonna win.
You think Houston's
They're
gonna
gonna
win?
they're gonna win. They'll start hitting threes.
Should bet.
Well, they've
I'm not
got
betting
3
you.
games. They have 3 games left, so you're
Yeah,
2 out of the 3
I
games. You think they'll
yeah.
hit enough to win?
No, I mean they.
I think
their
they'll-
talent,
can,
Their
yeah.
talents there. They can win. They need like 50.
I think the Lou Dort thing is a little overblown. He's just so
Yeah,
hyped on things.
the Harden stopper.
Once everybody starts calling you the stop, Leo Reuben Patterson, where's he? The Kobe stopper. No one's stopping James Harden.
You can slow him down though.
Yeah, and he has that. But now you kind of poke the bear. I think Harden's going to come out and probably put up like a 50 burger.
Dort's gonna have some scissors and snip off his beard.
No, they're gonna run some picks off him. But the other dude, Darius Baisley,
Yeah.
he's a long.
That's the lefty.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
kind of long defender as well. So they got guys to guard him, and then you got Chris Paul's tough. Like it's a tough series.
Dude, their
Like,
guards are not as good as Boston, but similar. Chris Paul,
they just can't shoot as
Gilgeous
good.
Alexander and Schroeder. They average like 75.
They're
a game
probably-
together. Then they have Danilo shooting threes and
I
Steven
forgot
Adams
about
inside.
Gallagher.
They have a good team. They're just not deep. They have that starting five. They had some
Dude,
stats.
so
it was like
that's-
the most efficient starting
It's
I
five.
saw that.
No, it's the best lineup in the league.
Best lineup
Yeah.
in the league.
Point differential
Right.
was
It
those
was like 60 points.
Yeah.
those Adams and those
So
four
they-
people.
Yeah.
They have those guys. They're just not deep.
I feel like those three guards are not better. Obviously, they're not better than Boston's. They can't shoot as good, but they can get like anywhere. They're so
They know
fast.
how to play. Yeah. They can all get their
And then
own
Chris
shot.
Paul is obviously probably the smartest player in the league.
He's
Knows how to
extremely
win,
intelligent.
yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the better series in the first round. I'm excited to see. I'll take you. I got Houston in 7.
7.
Yeah, so two out of the next 3,
Okay.
maybe in 6.
I can see
You
either
got
way.
either way stuff.
Either way. But I want to go with OKC.
Who do they play the winner of?
They play the.
Is that the 4-5? That's the 4-5. So they
They're
get
gonna
LA.
play Lakers.
Yeah, I'd rather see Houston versus LA too.
I think Lakers beat
Lakers
their
just.
own
I think
teams.
if Lakers play Oklahoma City, they destroy them. There's not
Really?
even.
It's hard to destroy that team with the
I guess
5
they-
players you just
I
mentioned.
guess that's true. They'd slow it down and
Which
like,
they
Lakers
play
show
smart.
up?
I don't know. The playoff Lakers look pretty good. We'll get to them in a minute, but all right. So Houston.
And it's like I don't know. That series is like the worst
You go-
coaching matchup too. Billy Donovan and
Donovan's not a bad coach.
what? He's not good. He's not known.
Do you know who
as
the
being-
best? Do you know what the crazy thing about the Thunder is? Their GM is the best GM in basketball.
Yeah, he came from the Spurs and he learned for like 20 years.
So
under
drafted
that team.
Westbrook, Harden, Durant, Ibaka,
Yeah.
trade Lou Dort. Like he just finds
Chris
these
Paul
guys.
wanted to leave.
Chris,
Paul George wanted to leave, so we got
See ya.
Shea, Gilgeous Alexander, and Gallinari. Friend Paul.
Paul George is averaging like 12, like
Yeah.
15 a game right now in the playoffs.
Yeah, the GM's a beast, but the coaches, Billy Donovan's not good. He just gets
Why?
good players. I don't think
I don't know.
he's
about
better.
that.
I think he's better than
he's better in college.
Mike D'Antoni.
So it's just, I guess he's just a guy.
It's just a guy.
He's just
He's
there.
just like
fills the void.
he's just like
he's
Luke
not
Walton.
helping him. He's not
he-
hurting him. He's
Yeah.
just there.
He just it's me on the sideline. I'm Billy Donovan. All right, we'll skip Denver, Utah because I know Arts wants to go bananas about that one.
yes.
Lakers, Portland. So everybody got all hyped
What
up.
we expected.
Yeah, I wanted to see. I love watching Portland. Not now. Lillard's out Game 5 after Game 1, after the bubble. Who didn't want to watch Dame Lillard? That was obviously arguably the MVP. Him and Booker. And then they were dangerous. Everybody said they're dangerous. Barkley's guaranteeing sweeps, and they come out and win Game 1.
Yeah.
Looking good. Lakers, like nobody could shoot. That we figured that was going to be the problem. How do you score 93 against Portland that gives up 120? And then we have all seen what happened since then. They adjusted. They're playing Lakers playing defense. That's what's winning the series. Lillard's averaging 24 a game.
It's the same story every year with Portland. They take and make tough shots, but you can't win a series taking the shots that they take. They have 2 small guards, and that's their entire
Nurkic,
offense.
what happened to Nurkic? Disappeared. Davis just
Well, he's their
I guess
only
he's
big.
playing-
He's going up against Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard,
They have
JaVale
Whiteside.
McGee.
yeah he can't score though.
He's
I
big.
feel like a
Raw.
big thing. Zach Collins was a big loss.
Yes.
Because he
huge.
can't guard. Because he would be the only guy that could maybe guard. He'd probably foul
He's more
out.
athletic.
He'd probably foul out in 6 minutes, but he could probably stay with him a little bit better.
Yeah.
But the game we were watching the other day, they were running pick and roll, and they would help off Anthony Davis. No matter who the ball, it could have been me coming off a pick, and they would double
Yeah, I
me,
don't know what they're
and
doing.
Anthony Davis getting mid-range jumpers the entire game.
Yeah, they would both go to Caruso and just leave Davis wide open.
Like 6 straight possessions.
Well, they weren't known for playing defense, so they're
Still,
like the
like-
worst defensive
Yeah,
team.
Terry
in the league.
Stotts needs to hire a defensive coach or something. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Who's the best player on the Lakers?
Anthony
LeBron.
Davis.
Okay,
LeBron has
so
been, I think.
points. Who has the most points in the series?
The most points.
Yeah,
If I had to guess,
AD or LeBron?
I'd say
average?
I'd say LeBron's.
So
He had 30 last night. 20.
He had a game where he had like
32.
10.
Yeah. So right now Anthony Davis averaged 26.5.
Okay.
LeBron's 25.3. So they're close.
Oh yeah. it's pretty
LeBron
nice.
had the game where he had 10, 6, and 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
Field goal percentage, LeBron, 55 to 52. 3-point or free throw percentage, LeBron,
Oh, God. 20 to 18.
70 to 67.
Oh,
that would be the
Who's
problem.
winning that?
LeBron.
Wow.
Oh, he's shooting 70.
The real story is AD's hitting shooting 67. That's terrible.
Yeah.
He does have the free throw record, by the way.
3-point percentage, LeBron, 42 to 25. Rebounds, LeBron,
Wow.
Yeah.
10.3 to 9.5. Assists, LeBron. Efficiency rating, LeBron. So I just want to bring this up because Pete and all these Laker fans are like AD's the key. Obviously, AD's big, but LeBron's still the bet. He is the guy that's gonna.
He's
he
the
has
playmaker. He gets
AD's
everybody
soft.
else involved.
We've seen it in New Orleans. Like he doesn't win playoff series.
I understand. Yeah, I got, and he's going to win this one. I get why he didn't win in New Orleans. He had didn't have much,
but he didn't like. He doesn't.
he was
have
always like
that-
an 8 going up against a 1.
I just don't think he has that killer instinct. That's the only worrisome thing I have with AD. Like I don't think he has the.
I feel like it's too early to tell because I feel
He's
like
fairly.
in the other playoff series he didn't win, but he played really good. I thought.
I think it was just masked because he's in. No one expects New Orleans.
Right,
To,
I think
you know what I mean.
I think it's new for him going into a series
He's
being
in
the
LA.
favorite and people expect it of you. But
And
I think
it's-
he'll learn how to play with that. This is the first time he's ever been.
That's why I think LeBron this year is the most important guy on that team. Because LeBron has the IQ. He's going to he gets everybody open.
They both need each other, but LeBron's more.
And then
important
like when
than
you call LeBron out, like after that 10, 8, and 7 game, everybody's like, oh, Father Time caught him. AD's the last 2 games he came out and was averaging, he put up 34, 12, and 9, and he didn't even play the fourth quarter.
Yeah, LeBron's been playing better
Yeah.
for sure.
Like AD's important, obviously, but LeBron is still the guy right now
Yeah,
for
but
this run.
did you look at any like defensive stats? Like AD affects
I mean,
a
he's
lot
got
of
2.
shots.
Yeah, I get
He
that.
plays good
but
defense. You were just asking why Nurkic. No one knows he's there. AD's probably playing defense mostly on Nurkic, but
yeah,
we'll
see when
they both need each other to win the championships,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah,
but
no, I
LeBron's
get
been
that.
playing better.
He's been
It's a
lights
big
out,
1-2
like-
punch.
And I feel like a lot of if you call LeBron out, he comes out and kills people. We'll wait and see what AD does when people call him out. I just don't think he has that same mindset. Everybody rips LeBron for his mindset.
Oh, but
But
I think
you're
it takes
comparing-
time to develop that mind. Like,
When people compare LeBron's mindset, they're always putting it against Jordan and Kobe, which are the top. That's the best you can have. You know what I mean?
like winning.
Yeah, they're going to win at all costs.
Right.
So they're comparing LeBron up there, but no one's comparing that. That's just my kind of take on it. I think once they get through Portland, do you think any other team can beat them? Clippers.
I think the
You got
Clippers,
Clippers.
will beat them.
Well, we'll get to that in a
Clippers
minute.
make it.
If they get there,
Yeah.
your boy. All right, so yeah, I just want to, and then the defense is the big key though. With they're holding McCollum and Lillard
Yeah.
well below everything, field goals,
That
points.
happens every year to them because they're smaller guys and they take really tough shots. Like last year the year when they played the Pelicans and everybody expected them to win,
Yeah.
like they got shut down.
Yeah.
It's hard for
like,
those guys.
well, they always said they need a big guy, but I don't know
They have
what.
Nurkic.
Yeah, but what do they need? Like, why are they taking? Like Trent disappeared from the bubble to the playoffs. He was averaging like 20 in the bubble.
Isn't he hurt?
He's still playing, but like Melo, that's the other thing. Carmelo, he's taking the worst shot he's
Going
making.
back to where
But
he
all
was.
those guys you just mentioned are good on offense. None of them play defense.
Right.
And in order to win 4 out of 7, you have to play defense.
I guess they did.
You
give
can't
up
just shoot lights out
135.
every game. You
Right.
know what I mean? So when you have like 1 or 2 off games, you look horrible because if you're not playing any defense, you're getting blown out.
Yeah,
So they got
I guess they're missing Ariza,
Yeah,
Zach
that was a big
Collins,
loss.
Rodney Hood,
Yeah.
All their 3 defensive guys, yeah.
because Hood would be the guy guarding LeBron probably,
Ariza would be
or
playing
those two,
defense, yeah.
and then Collins. So their LeBron guarders and their AD guarders are both gone.
Yeah, they have no
But they got to
defense right
figure
now.
it out. They have Lillard's going to stay there for 15 years and never win anything. He's obviously a top 10 guy. I would say top 10.
I agree. That's tough. Think about it like that.
Like he's going to stay there for that long and just the same thing over, the same story every year, and then he gets ripped. But he obviously belongs in like the top. I would say top 10, right?
In the league right now?
Yeah, you can't really name. I mean, there's. I would
That's
say
what I'm
10.
saying. Are you talking both sides of the ball? Because he plays
I
no
guess
defense.
that's true.
So offensive wise, yeah, but I would probably rather have like right now, Paul George looks like crap, but I would honestly rather have Paul George in a series.
That's bold to say
than
right now. This is a
Dame.
time of. This is like the world we live in.
Dame can light it up,
Yeah.
but he's not playing any defense. So when he's not making 40-footers and all that, he just
All right,
doesn't really
Dame,
do much.
you've been called out. So
No, he's
play
great.
defense.
But play some. They have to play defense.
All right, so Lakers are going. I'm assuming Lakers get that done. They got Dame's out game 5. I don't think there's a chance they win. Right?
They could win.
McCollum goes
Well,
for
you saw
60.
if the Lakers shoot bad, they can lose to anybody like
McCollum-
game 1. But
Game 6. Well,
they're not going to lose 3 in a row.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Clippers Mavs.
Oof. Let Stinson handle this one.
Your
I'm
boy.
surprised it's tied.
Oh, I think a lot of people are, especially when I heard Porzingis was out. He didn't play
Yeah.
last game.
Right.
I was like, oh man, that's because that's a big. There's not you don't have that number 2 dude, but everybody around him's playing. Luka, Trey Burke, Curry,
They're hitting shots.
Boban,
Hardaway.
He's like
He's a shooter, and he's been hitting. So he looks good.
Yeah.
He also had games this year where he had 0 points in 30 minutes.
Dorian Finney,
Smith.
Trey Burke's been him and Curry. I feel like have been playing crazy.
Yeah.
Into the
And
bucket.
yeah, they have it pretty easy too because Luke is pretty good at dishing the ball. So a lot of their shots are open.
Oh, they're wide,
not
they're wide
creating their
open
own,
shots.
yeah.
Burke has been creating. He gets to the hoop a lot. I feel like.
He had a big 3 the last game.
Yeah, but he
had a lot of big
He
shots.
drives and like gets the hoop, makes the layup, or
He's
kicks
a
it out.
first-round draft pick. I mean,
I feel like Kleber's not playing. Isn't it Kleber?
he's not shooting the
He's
ball.
not
He's
shooting.
like hesitant.
They don't need him to.
But if he starts making it, then it's even a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's getting open looks, but he
Yeah.
knocks him down, but he hasn't been.
Well, if he starts, yeah, but
If
you
he
can't
starts,
have
it's a
everybody
big
else
problem.
on the team is on fire. You can't have every single
Oh,
player on
it
fire.
might happen tonight. I hope so. Well, you guys will be hearing this tomorrow. I'm going for the Mavs tonight.
I'm going for him. Luka's my favorite player in the league right now, but I think Clippers win the next 2.
They just take them out. Do you think they're close, or they think like tonight? I think it's 8.5.
I think Clippers cover tonight.
They just smash them.
I think they. I don't know. I don't think Dallas can keep shooting the way they're shooting, and Clippers continue to shoot as poor as they're shooting. So right now you have Dallas is like shooting as good as they can. Clippers are shooting just about as bad as they can.
Yeah.
And the games are coming down to the wire. Paul George is going to start making
That's what I
something.
keep saying. Like, so the minutes
And
are
even if he
surprising.
doesn't, they still have a chance to win.
What's crazy is the minutes. So Kawhi Leonard's he's averaging 41 minutes a game in the playoffs right
That's
now.
wild.
So load management,
Does not exist.
maybe that could backfire
Yeah.
for like later in the playoffs. If you're load managing all year and all of a sudden you're playing 41. I know they went to overtime one game, but he's not used to playing those type. Maybe he gets tired right now. They're playing every 2 days.
He might.
There's no travel.
5 months off helped, I think. But
Yeah, but he's playing well. He's averaging 33, 10, and 5, shooting 50% from the field. He shoots 10 free throws a game. His 3-point percentage is crazy. Shooting 26.9%.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
No, it's not good. But
All right, but I mean that's pales in comparison to
I would say,
Mr.
I
Paul
think-
George.
Yeah, Clippers covered the 8.5 tonight.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm just surprised how good Luka's been playing, being so young. And then they always say Paul George and Kawhi is like the best combo of wing defenders. They were trying to make the case in the history of the NBA. Like you have Jordan and Pippen, and then they're like Kawhi and Paul George.
Oh, no chance.
But Luka's doing what he's doing against 2 guys like that.
Let's talk
That makes
about
it even
before we get to
crazier.
Luka though. Paul George. Is he on a milk carton somewhere? What's happening?
Push off.
I was before, dude. I thought he was better, and he was playing better than Kawhi before the playoffs started.
He kind of has that Anthony Davis syndrome where when he's an underdog and it's just him, he can do it all, but he
Balls
doesn't know how
So
to
is
fit
he-
in
he's
with another
relying on
star.
Kawhi?
Just like in OKC, they had Westbrook.
Yeah.
Paul George didn't know how to play with another star. When he's the guy and he can do whatever he wants, he does a little better. So
Yeah, because he's averaging 15, 7, and 3. But the crazy part is he's shooting 29% from the field, and he's shooting 22% from 3. So yeah, your two big guys shooting 28
and the series
and
is
22.
tied.
Well, yeah, but the first, yeah, I guess that's true. Did they blow? What was the 2 wins? Did they beat them pretty good? I mean, I guess the 2
they
wins
won
for
games
Dallas
2
was
and
in
3.
overtime.
Yeah, no.
It was tough, but yeah, if he plays any better,
Yeah.
then they blow him out.
They've also had Beverly out.
Yeah.
He doesn't do a.
He plays.
okay.
He tries
But
to
he's
guard
still
Luka.
another-
Like he's not guarding Luka.
No.
But then so you got
But he can help on like Burke and Curry and the other guys.
He's scrappy too.
that game winner was ballsy.
Oh, dude,
That was the best game. So
is that
what
the
game?
best like performance in NBA playoff history?
No, so I was my
I
argument,
liked it.
My argument
What's
was like
better than
my argument was the best game winner I've seen in at least a decade.
Yeah,
in the
and
playoffs.
not only was it a game winner, but he had
They were down.
17 and
12?
13
Oh, yeah.
to go along
Yeah.
with the 43 and the game winner against 2 of the best defenders in the NBA.
on a sprained ankle.
Yeah, and on his
Yeah,
ankle. The ankle
whatever.
looked
Looked
rough.
pretty-
When
it looked pretty
happened,
good,
it looked
though.
terrible.
Looked
He
pretty
looks
good.
fine.
But,
Whenever
like,
he missed a
what-
shot, he
what
would
other-
hobble, and when he made it, it was fine.
What buzzer beaters can you think of? Like I thought of
Dame
like
Lillard's.
against what? Oak City?
Yeah,
Okay, so that game was tied. So it wasn't.
that was sick.
There's no pressure. Well, there's pressure.
That's a horrible shot.
Well, we've seen he can shoot from there, but you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. There's no. If he misses, they go to overtime,
Right.
and
they
they're
lose.
up in the series.
The one against
So it wasn't
Houston,
like
he was
It was
down.
tied.
The one against Houston, he was down.
That's the one I
that's-
forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But, no, but they were. That was to win the. Was it a game 7?
that was game
six?
7. That was to win the
The
series.
Houston Oak City was
no,
up
it was
3-1.
game 6, but if Lillard missed it,
It goes back to
would
Oak
have
City.
gone to 7 in Houston. The one against Houston.
I'm talking about
That
OKC.
one. They were losing though, right? When he shot the ball. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it was 97 to 98. They were down by 1 point.
Okay, so that.
So if
that's
he misses, it goes to game 7
In Houston.
So that was
So
pretty big.
with the Oak City one, I thought it was like game 5 or 6.
I thought it was 3-3. That was game 7.
Look that
don't
up while
think
we're
it was-
talking. So that one, I thought it was just
it was
like
tie score though.
it was tied.
That's why he was shot.
was definitely
from
tied.
50 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got LeBron versus Orlando when he hit that one from the top of the key.
Yeah, but that's also
was tied.
Yeah, and those are like
That was like game.
close series. This is like a 2 versus 7.
Right.
With one of your Porzingis was out,
Yeah.
and you have a 21-year-old against 2 of the best players in the league.
Right.
So it's like Lillard had, McCollum,
Like, but if-
Nurkic.
Yeah, and it's crazy because if he misses that shot, series is over,
3-1.
and they're down 1. Like it wasn't tied. If they miss
Right.
that, the series is done. Like that's 3 when you're done.
yeah, I think it's that I've seen. It's like the best.
It's the
playoff
best one
performance
since
I've
Ray
seen.
Allen. Oh, performance
Total
overall. I'm
perform-
talking like shot. Is it the best one since Ray Allen
I mean,
That shot was big. Yeah.
if it was to,
or Derek Fisher 0.4?
it's tough.
Like those shot though, like if they go on to win this series, like say the Mavericks win the series, that shot is one of the best ones.
Yeah, I
I've
guess
ever.
it depends what
And
they
I was
do.
jacked up. If there's a crowd there,
Oh man.
Yeah.
that kind of takes away a little bit. But
I kind of even
I
like
like-
it without.
no, the trash talks. Every time he scores, he screams in
I
somebody's
like that.
face.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to bring up was he hit that shot after he had shot like 3 air balls.
Yes, the
That's why I
setbacks.
loved it more than anything. And he wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go to the rim, try to draw a foul, or get in the lane. He still had the confidence to shoot a step back 3 down 1.
And the Clippers, you can't
After
switch
3 air
that
balls.
either. Kawhi's got to be on him. They switched to
Yeah,
Reggie Jackson. Like if I'm Kawhi Leonard, I'm fighting, or you're doubling Luka.
That's the
That's
other
what I
thing
don't get.
about about mindset. Well, like we always say, how Kobe and Jordan are above everybody else. Like Kobe would be like, I got this guy. Jordan would be like, I got him no matter
I'm not
what.
switching anything.
Yeah, Kawhi's like, oh, okay, whatever. He just switches off like it's no.
I like
big
when
deal.
Kawhi gets emotional. When he
When is
screams,
that?
he's like, ah.
I
That's
haven't
it.
ever seen him.
He
Scream
did it the other
at-
night. He's got to end one. He's like, ah.
I've never seen him scream. at him.
He just like, yeah, he just like, he like opens his mouth, but he's like, ah. It's crazy. He gets
Yeah.
like his fist. He just does a little fist.
He's probably like he's been playing.
Go
great.
look at when he hit the Game 7 winner or the against Philly. It's the funniest thing ever. He just screams. He's like, oh, he doesn't know what happened. His eyes roll back into his head.
I like Kawhi, but yeah, he should have
claw.
been playing defense.
All right, so Matt, you got Clippers in 6.
I think they win the next.
Who do you
2.
want? Mavs in 7.
Oh, I want Mavs.
Mavs in 7. Luka game winner, series clincher.
Yeah, of course. I think Luke is the best player in the league right now, but I'm not gonna
At the
get
moment,
into
I would,
that.
that's
And he was
debatable.
even like his defense has been improving a lot. Do you see
he was,
him
no, he
the
was
other night?
He was
played
trying.
pretty good. D.
He was trying.
Yeah, that's more than most players
Yeah,
do.
that's what I'm saying. He was like aggressive and like
Yeah,
you could tell he was really.
he wants to win.
As long as you try, like you can tell people don't like Harden doesn't
No,
try.
that's why. Yeah. So
That's why I love Westbrook. He's always trying.
Yeah, but to
First
your
quarter
point,
was going 110.
so he had arguably the biggest game winner in the last 10, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, he had the numbers that he had with the teammates that he had.
They're doing
Nobody
their
else
job though.
really.
They're hitting shots.
He's getting.
They're
them
just not
shots
big
and
names.
they're
They're-
knocking
Yeah,
them
he's
down.
getting them, but I mean they're making shots. It's not like he.
But if you said before the series,
The other
so no Porzingis,
the only other playoff performance I can think of is LeBron against the Pistons when he scored like 30 straight. You remember
Yeah,
that? And
that
when
was
he
good
just
too.
went banana, scored 30 straight. How did he score
That's
30
true.
straight points?
yeah, and he had a similar cast
Team,
of
yeah.
teammates.
I would say right off the top of my head, I'd say worse.
That one and LeBron
So-
had another one in the year they lost to the first year they lost to the Warriors in the finals when J.R. Smith forgot the score or whatever. That was like the best game I've ever seen him play.
Yeah,
he
when
had
he
like
had that block
51,
and, yeah.
10, and 8.
And they lost.
And he played out of his mind and they lost.
Yeah.
But that was a good performance.
Arts, you're so quiet right now. What's the score of the game right now? He's staring. I don't know. I can't see. He's staring at the TV.
It's 110,
Oh, it's
104.
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
Who won?
not the Jazz.
Oh, I got
Nuggets
Nuggets.
gonna win
Nuggets
the
second
series.
half,
You
baby.
won your bet.
They were down 9. Second half was plus 1.5.
I'll get
Or
to
minus
it. I'll
one
get
half.
to it in a
The way
second.
they've been playing.
All right,
should've
let's
been
get to
more.
the Jets. So, who you got though? You got Clippers?
Yeah, I'll take the Clippers. They're the
6
more
or 7?
talented team.
You think Mavs get one more or no? I'm assuming
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
They're not
so
going to win tonight.
close.
If
they can't
Porzingis
win.
comes back game 6,
Maybe.
I think they can win it.
Yeah.
And then going to game 7, it would be a toss-up.
Who are you rooting for?
I like the underdogs. I go with Mavericks.
Mavs. Yeah, I'm hoping Mavs. I mean, I'm hoping Mavs, but I got Clippers in 6. Also.
Yeah, I mean, I think Clippers, they win. They should.
All right, let's go Denver, Utah. This is Arts' squad.
All right, so this series, I knew it was going to be tough.
Game 5 was that game 5?
It's game 5
Just ended?
currently going right now. It's still
Denver.
going.
Oh,
It's not over yet.
let me look at it. Go ahead. Spill your beans.
So it's been when the Utah started tanking towards the end, they wanted to play Denver. They got their wish. They match up well with them. It's been a great series. Donovan Mitchell, he's averaging 39.5 points a game, shooting over 50% from 3. I mean, he's doing everything he can do. He's balling. But on the other side of it, Jamal Murray is single-handedly carrying this Denver Nuggets team to a victory. I'm watching it live, and it's very disturbing. But this guy he's a great player, and I wish people would like watch these teams more like throughout the season, and actually see, fundamental basketball. If you watch how these guys play, they pass the ball, they make cuts, they play hard defense, they make the wide open threes, they play smart. I feel like that's the keys to championship. That's why I think the Celtics
Yeah.
are so good.
They're the opposite of the 76ers.
Yeah.
76ers are
Jazz.
loaded with talent, but
And then
don't
both
play
these
the
teams.
right way or care about winning. Oh, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
And
dagger.
Jazz are the opposite, so you got to like them. But you don't get to see them unless you have the NBA League Pass because nobody's putting them on.
That's why I like this bubble schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It's crazy. Just games. They should just do that every day. 2 games at 10. Even just if you run 2 games at a time all day,
Yeah.
you get a lot more chances to see these guys. Because like I never knew I knew Mitchell was good. I think I called him out a couple weeks ago on the podcast. I didn't think he had that killer instinct. Oh, he's got it.
He's willing to shoot it, yeah.
Oh, he'll attack. He had he's the only
57 and
50
52, 51 or 52.
franchise record in points in a lot. Granted, that's the game they lost. So he scored 57 and they lost.
Yeah.
Then he scored 20, won. Scored 30 and they won, and then he scored 51 last game. I don't know
Yeah.
what he's got tonight, but
He's only got 28,
still a solid game.
but he has a dunk on Michael Porter Jr.
But they're giving up 1/3. They were giving up how much they give up. What are they at right now? 115.
They kind of switched their identity a little bit. I mean, they're averaging up to this game. They're averaging 124 a game, which is not like the Jazz. Remember, they're sitting around 105 and they're giving up 103. I mean, they kind
So
of
since the bubble, they're just coming. The guy said they just want to shoot threes.
they're shooting efficiently, which is ridiculous. I mean, I've never seen the Jazz shoot this well. Like Mike Conley come out of nowhere. He's been playing bad all year.
Right.
Comes in and has his kid and he's a new person. Like it's weird. I mean, it's cool.
Did you mention Jordan Clarkson yet?
Don't get.
He's the
Let me get started on Jordan Clarkson.
He's the sixth man of the playoffs right now.
I've been saying this when he got to the Jazz in January. He came instant. He
offense,
he reminds me of Jamal Crawford. That's what he reminds me of.
I feel like he's playing like when I watch. I've seen a few games of his, but I thought he forced a lot before. But watching him this time, he doesn't force shots. I feel like
In this offense, you don't have to.
he catches in rhythm and he just fire or he'll get in the paint even and just he over dribbles sometimes, but he still gets open looks.
He's always been like that. I think he forced it. He did force it because he played on teams with.
But when he was starting, like the Lakers, he had to be the guy to. He was starting. He was on the Cavs.
And I think he could pretty much do what he wanted. But on the Jazz, they
He
play a certain
gets
way,
to come
and he
off
needs
the
to
bench.
fit in with the way they're playing.
When he's the sixth man, he's the guy that comes in. Like when he started the game, he was supposed to facilitate, but he's not a facilitator.
Yeah.
No.
So do you think?
He took Moutier out of the picture.
Yeah, Moody has gone.
I feel like Denver hasn't been playing up to their potential at all. Do you think the Jazz have been holding them in check, or are they just not playing like they should be playing?
Let me be honest with you. The Jazz are playing out of their minds right now.
Right.
They've never
they're up-
shot this
they're up
good.
here, yeah.
I mean, obviously tonight they haven't been shooting very well, and they lost. But their defense, they're not playing defense the Jazz way. Rudy Gobert lets Jokic go off 7 for 7 in the first quarter.
Well, I mean, he's hitting 30-foot running floaters.
No, but the fact is, if he makes 2 3-pointers, you got to start guarding him off that pick and pop. You have to start getting out on him. He's afraid he's going to blow
if he's
past
shooting
him.
threes, I'm fine. If the Nuggets beat me with Jokic,
They just
shooting
did.
threes. No, it's 3-2.
Yeah, but still, that's something you got to be concerned with. And Jamal Murray's crashing, so Rudy Gobert's now on the pick and pop. That opens things up for Murray, and then you have somebody sliding over. One of the people in the corner, they have wide open three.
Yeah.
I mean, simple basketball.
Dude, they've had a good season. They shouldn't be. What are they? The 5?
They're missing. The problem is
What
they're,
seed are they?
They're three and 6.
Yeah, how are they?
they're missing Gary Harris and Will Barton.
So Donovan Mitchell,
Jordan
right?
Clarkson.
No, but I'm saying other than Mitchell, if you look, they should not be. They've overachieved all year because
no,
of the
they're
way
a
they
6.
play. They played
Utah 6.
Okay,
Nuggets 3.
I didn't even think they'd be in the playoffs.
Who, Utah?
Yeah,
What?
In the West.
What, are you serious?
I thought
Joe Ingles.
Who else
is
you-
starting?
No, when we made that bet up and we had that one bet.
Connolly.
They're-
Connolly's
like you
not
think
very
of
good.
teams not in the playoffs right now.
Who else? Royce O'Neal.
Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs. The
Royce
Jazz are better than
O'Neal.
the Spurs. Royce O'Neal's good.
He's playing
Like
well.
the Suns. I thought the Suns would be better than them.
Then the Jazz?
think-
The Pelicans. I thought the Pelicans would be better than them.
Then the Jazz?
yeah. Who do they have other than Mitchell?
You just named them.
They're good.
Yeah, no,
Bojan
that was
Bogdanovic?
I named him
Bojan
sarcastically.
They lost Bogdanovich.
I named
so.
him sarcastically.
If Bogdanovich was playing, they would
But
have
he's
swept
not
the
playing,
Nuggets.
and they're still.
And they're still winning.
It's because Donovan Mitchell's.
That's what I'm saying. They're
just-
doing great. I'm just wondering how. I'm
just
saying the
smart.
way they play. It must,
they
is
came
it the coaching?
It's the
Coaching,
bubble.
Quinn Snyder.
Since the bubble,
But even in the regular
Mitchell,
season, they
all they do is
they
Gobert
overachieved in the regular
Gobert
season.
sets a screen. Mitchell comes off, shoots it, or kicks it to these guys. O'Neal can shoot. All these guys, everybody in the NBA can shoot now. Like it's not except Gobert. He can't shoot threes.
He's horrible.
But like you got the
Can't do anything.
dude. They're starting a
on the
guy. Who's
offensive
the guy
end.
they're starting? Juwan Morgan.
That's what I'm saying.
Guy's starting.
Yeah.
When?
Right, started.
Started-
No, he didn't
Oh,
start.
Conley
started
came
like
back.
2
He's-
games
when
in a
Conley
row,
was
though.
out. The game 1
He
and 2.
didn't start any playoffs. Jawan
Bet.
Morgan?
Yeah, he did.
$800. Yeah, he
Trying
did.
to
He
get his
started
money
game
back.
1 and 2. I think
O'Neal, Ingles, Mitchell.
He started because I was over
he was
here.
the guy. He was the guy that
That's
replaced
what I'm
Conley.
saying, though. They're just playing these
did
guys
start.
Because
and
I
they're winning.
was saw him on DraftKings. He was like $1, and he had a check mark. He was starting. I'm like, who is this guy? He's from Indiana. Then the first couple plays of the game, he hits a 3 out of the corner. I was like, okay,
Yeah, he's good.
he's not stop. He's good.
Niang's good.
He's
Oh,
balling.
and that's what I'm saying. You have these guys playing and they're winning. It's crazy.
How was it crazy?
It's kind of
Who are we talking about? No one knew the names of the players on the roster, and they were winning. Who was it we were talking about?
Yeah,
Literally,
right? I don't know.
The Jazz.
I don't-
no,
yeah,
it wasn't the Jazz. I know all the players in the Jazz. No, it was like a team they made the playoffs.
Dude, but these players, no other team would have won these
Magic?
guys.
Yeah, the Magic.
the Nets. You're comparing the Jazz to the Magic and the Nets right now.
Playoff teams.
Yeah, but they're like losing
If
records.
the Jazz were in the East, they'd be like a 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed.
Anyways, the Jazz are good because of the coaching and they play the game plan. They play disciplined.
Yeah, that's
why they're
exactly
good.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, they're
Quinn Snyder.
overachieving.
Yeah, look at their talent.
That's what I just said.
I know
have-
what
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but
You guys are crazy.
they're pulling off. Last year they shouldn't have made the playoffs. Year
That's
before
what
that
I'm
they
saying.
should have made the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. The way they play and the coaching is awesome. It's like the opposite.
But
of
these
the-
players are good. They're not like bums.
Nobody in
No,
the
they're
NBA is a
not.
bum.
they're not good.
They're not good. 2 All-Stars. Gobert. Bogdanovich is good.
You get so
He's not
defensive.
playing.
He's not even in the
But
game.
regular season, he was
It's like
playing.
saying Karl Malone
He hit
was
4 game winning shots.
Yeah, but he's not playing now, and they're winning the series against a 3 seed in the West. That's crazy.
No, they're playing good. No one's
'Cause they're great.
saying they're not playing good.
They're
Yeah,
great.
he's
That's
all-
what I'm saying.
I'm rooting. I hope the Jazz.
I'm getting heated.
I hope it's Jazz
I'm
Celtics.
saying they're playing good though.
I want
know
Jazz
what you're
Celtics in the championship because I know you have money on the Jazz and I have Celtics.
I
so.
do have money on the Jazz, but I don't think that'd be a good
Who-
championship.
So who do you
Jazz? If the Jazz are in the finals, you don't. I don't care if
against
they're.
the Celtics, no. They
Who
get
do you want them to
exposed.
play? The Magic?
That'd be nice. Yeah. I'd
Did
like
you
that.
pick the Jazz before the series to win the series?
No, I had all faith.
Well,
that
we,
they
that's
would
what I'm
didn't.
saying.
We didn't talk about the
Because you look at the
series
Nuggets and
specifically.
you're like, oh, Jamal
No,
Murray,
I
Paul Millsap.
No, that's not what I said.
Jokic.
I said Bogdanovich is out. I don't think they have a chance to
Yeah.
win it. That was what I said verbatim.
Yeah,
But we also. I don't think we talked about this. Did we talk about those matchups? We talked about Houston. You wanted Houston.
I know. I picked the Nuggets to beat the Jazz.
No, I said I didn't want Houston.
I think you wanted them.
No,
because of their mindset.
Oh, I did say I wanted
Yeah,
Houston because they lost
mindset.
Capella.
Because of
and the mindset.
And the mindset of the.
Yes,
of
I
their
did say that.
stars.
You're right.
However,
And I'd like that
And
still.
you just like to shoot whenever
So-
you want. So of course
Yes.
you like Houston.
so Jazz right now.
It's true.
Um,
Just lost.
So who's
they
going to win
lost.
the
It's
series?
3-2. Do you got
Jazz win.
They finish it off.
3-2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nuggets don't win 3 in a row, right?
No, Jazz win.
It was 3-1 before this game.
I'm willing to bet. If you guys want
Okay,
to make a
I'm
bet.
not betting you.
Okay.
I'll bet
So-
you whatever the
so
whatever
Jazz-
live odds are for the series. I'll bet you.
Okay.
I will look it up. So Jazz. So say they get through this
I've won
round.
both big bets off you guys, by the way.
Whatever. Jazz win the series. They get the winner of Dallas and the
I'm
Clippers.
not betting big.
So you're rooting for the Mavericks to beat the Clippers then.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell
'Cause
versus
the-
Luka, that'd be sick.
No, I want the Mavs.
Yeah.
And I
So
want-
Mavs Jazz.
I want the Jazz. but-
That'd be a
Can they
sick.
beat the Clippers?
Can the Jazz beat the Clippers?
Is that a good match? I feel like it's not a terrible match.
Yeah, they match up well.
I guess that right now there's
Zubac and
no
Gobert.
home court. I feel like the Jazz want home court. The Jazz stadium's crazy.
Paul
All those are-
Paul George is Donovan
not-
Mitchell's mentor, by the way. If you
Well,
didn't know
I
that.
feel like
Student
right-
has become the master.
Exactly.
Right now, Donovan Mitchell's the mentor.
yeah.
Better
So,
go back.
I like that matchup. That'd be a really exciting matchup to watch. Either way.
All right. Sixth man of the
Book it.
playoffs is Jordan Clarkson, though, for sure.
Yeah, no, he's balling.
Sixth man?
He's balling.
Who's better? Lou Williams?
No.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson's best sixth man.
Lemon
of the playoffs,
Pepper
right?
Lou.
Yeah, Lemon Pepper Lou, dude. Magic City.
He's easily the best right now.
All right, let's get to your matchup.
What's my matchup? That was the last game. I saved
That was
the
the
best.
last one?
Yeah,
You
we
said the
did
best
like-
for last?
We did Lakers.
they just lost?
We did them all right.
Dang
Denver,
it.
Utah, Oklahoma City, Houston, Lakers, Portland, Clippers. Matt, yeah, we're done.
Oh, wow.
We could talk draft lottery.
Well, I want to see who. So who do you have now that the first round's almost done? Who do you guys have winning it? You still have Lakers.
I'm
Against the
still
Bucks.
going for Boston because I have money on it,
But
but
who are you picking?
Lakers. You were
I'm
confused a
still
little
going
bit
to take Clippers.
because you were confused a little bit because I kept rooting for Portland.
No, I knew
You're
you.
like, I
I
know
knew
you're-
you thought Lakers. I know you think Lakers would win.
I just liked. I wish every series would go 7 games. I liked
Yeah.
watching Lillard.
well,
and
and
I-
you had money on them. So
And
yeah.
I was betting Portland, which was a mistake. I had the overs a lot. I had the Portland last night, and then a separate one I had the overs. So
If I had,
Lost the
if
juice.
the Jazz win this series,
Stop.
I would love to see the Jazz go Western Conference Finals because it shouldn't happen.
I know
like you
you'd
said.
love to, but who do you think would?
They can make some. If they keep shooting like this, they can
So
make
you
some
got the
noise.
Jazz.
you're
I'll
taking
take the Jazz over the Clippers.
Jazz over Clippers.
And,
what about?
okay?
If
I
they
guess we
play,
don't know.
What's
West
your
is
finals
crazy.
matchup?
The
My
West
finals
is crazy.
matchup?
Yeah, right now.
Quinn Snyder versus Brad Stevens.
Jazz
The
Celtics.
coaches.
No, if I'm being honest, I'm going to say the Clippers and Boston. My original predictions.
Yeah,
They both look good.
I'm still taking Milwaukee. and
Clippers are-
LA. I
they're not
want.
playing.
If you had to pick, obviously you got Jazz and what? Don't say
That
Magic.
you want.
Did I want
Don't
Jazz
say
and
Magic.
Celtics?
That you want Jazz Celtics?
I think that'd be a great series. That'd be a true test to both rising superstars in Tatum and Mitchell, and then both coaches that are they don't get a lot of respect. Well, Brad Stevens does, but Quinn Snyder doesn't get any respect. He should have won the Coach of the year after Gordon Hayward left, and they won the first round of playoffs.
Yeah.
But I mean that'd be a cool, and that'd be like a stepping stone to maybe keep Donovan Mitchell in Utah.
Oh, he's gone. Stop.
Draft lottery.
Draft lottery. All right,
He's going to Dallas with Luka.
that'd be sick.
Timberwolves land the number 1 pick.
Yeah, surprising.
Boring.
So stupid.
I hate when bad teams live in the Midwest with snow and they don't create stars.
And they just have a bad. They've always had like a bad culture there.
They were supposed to be good.
Even Garnett wanted to stay there and win championships, and he was like, "I had to leave."
Yeah.
I mean, he did a long time there, so I mean,
No,
his
he
time.
put
Yeah,
he
he
tried
tried to stay,
he tried hard. He
did.
took him to a couple playoff series. I think
Fresh out
Kevin
of high
Love.
school.
Butler was there. He's like, "This locker
was there for
room.
like 8
He's like,
minutes.
this locker room is a joke.
Fool was there for 8 minutes, tried to fight the coach, all the players, and then left.
Well, he
Get
knew what
me
he was.
out.
Look at him now. He's on Miami balling. He has them
Yeah.
playing really good. Minnesota's always been a joke.
I hope they don't take like Obi Top. I hope they take like someone I don't like. I hope they.
Like,
Well,
they
honestly,
take
I hope
that
they
guy
take
from
Ball.
France.
The white dude.
Him or Ball, the guy from France, the French guy
Ball deserves to be
in Minnesota. He
yeah.
does. His dad.
No.
He's going to Golden
His
State.
dad just LaMelo's. He's not going to Golden State.
I think Anthony Edwards is the best player in the draft by far. I think he's gonna be like a superstar. So
he's
I
sick.
hope
I,
they
like
take
top.
him.
My favorite's Toppin. That feels fun to watch. I think he'd fit
Obi
well.
Toppin.
So then you got 2 is Golden State, 3 is Charlotte. I was kind of hoping for the Bulls to get 1. Bulls or Phoenix.
No, Phoenix, they've got it way too many times.
Phoenix would be if they had another one.
yeah.
They need to get a permanent bubble though for them for sure.
they're getting they're all young. They're getting
They got
a
a new
lot
process.
You
They're
got
getting better.
the Hawks at
Better. Their coach is
6.
good too.
This draft is pretty bleh.
Uh,
I guess March Madness. I don't know. March Madness is canceled. The combine, like who knows?
I feel bad for those seniors too that you didn't get to, because sometimes you have those people that do really well in the tournament and they
They
get
build their stock.
they
yeah.
kind of build their stock up. A lot of these guys they didn't get that chance.
Well, yeah, all the seniors that aren't going to be able to play basketball
I know.
further,
I feel bad.
like not the NBA, the people that aren't getting drafted. Those guys, they were talking about giving them another year,
That'd be cool.
and they snap.
Yeah,
Nixed
they're
it
gonna
real
do
quick.
that.
And they
This-
can't go overseas. Coronavirus.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
this
that-
draft. I don't know.
That'll
It
be
could
over
be,
November.
it could be good because you have like there's 2 big unknowns. Like Wiseman played 1 game
yeah.
basically, so nobody really know. He could be a superstar.
There's a bunch of unknowns.
and then
yeah.
Ball.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows how he's
like
gonna
you
be.
you don't want to pick him because of his dad, but you want to pick him because he's good. I feel like he's
But
might be
even
the
then,
best
like,
one.
what
He's
did he
not
play
even
in the?
that
I feel like
he
he's
played
the-
in like the NBL. That's the only time people have seen him. It's like the
They're a good league though.
I
They're
feel like
third
he's the
league in
best
world.
ball.
He is.
Yeah.
Watch
he
it
is
from
the
tape.
best.
He
He's
will
better
be.
than Lonzo.
He's the best ball.
yeah.
Like it's
Or
hard
does
to.
that still make him a?
Where do you?
I'm not taking him over Edwards.
I
People
feel like
have
the
talent,
I feel
though.
like the Knicks are gonna. Well, I feel you know who's
It's
gonna take
also
him?
like we've been talking about with the mindset.
Charlotte.
You never know what that guy's thinking.
Charlotte's taking him at 3.
No,
Thinking
Michael Jordan,
no,
worst GM in history.
no. Because you remember
He's pretty bad.
LeVar
He's the
Ball,
worst.
LeVar told Jordan he could beat him 1-on-1. He's not drafting his son.
Where's he go? Warriors? I hope
He goes to the Warriors.
No, they're either going to take
That would be
Wiseman or they're
wild.
going to trade it.
No, if you get LaMelo
I think
Ball,
they trade it.
They
They're
need
gonna
a
trade,
big.
dude. They're gonna trade it to the Knicks, and the Knicks are gonna take. They're gonna trade it to the Knicks for what do the Knicks have? Nothing.
They're not trading it to the Knicks.
Shit.
Nicotina,
Exactly.
Randall.
Yeah, they don't.
That's all I
have any.
know.
They don't have.
Oh, they have
Mitchell Robinson.
Barrett,
Knox,
RJ Barrett.
RJ
He wouldn't fit
Barrett,
that,
and
though.
Knox. They're not
Kevin
trading.
Knox.
the
They took
two for
D'Angelo
that.
Russell and he didn't fit.
I think they take Wiseman or they trade it for a star. They're going to try to get Giannis, but
They're gonna get like Devin Booker from Phoenix.
That'd be
No.
so sick.
Booker, Clay, and Steph.
Phoenix will never trade him. Poor
Simmons,
guy.
I think.
Oh.
I hope Edwards goes.
Ben
too.
Simmons.
Simmons on that team would be sick.
That would be dirty.
I saw some article that said they're trying to get Embiid or Simmons actually for it.
That would be.
Don't get Embiid.
I wouldn't get Embiid.
Get Simmons with.
Yeah,
Oh
Damn,
man.
that'd be tough. You don't have to shoot on that team.
dude. I hope Minnesota just goes like Ball or something at 1. And
I know, that's what I'm
and
saying.
then Warriors
We don't have to watch
take
them.
Edwards. That
Yeah.
would be sick.
All right. Well, that's it. That's all for the NBA episode. Next week, we're doing a baseball midseason update. We'll have Travis and Brian back on. We're going to give out our midseason awards. And then in 2 weeks, football is here. Oh, Say It Out Loud Sports Draft is this Saturday. I'll be posting some stuff about that. If you guys want to tune in, we might be streaming it live on Podbean. So download that app and follow us there.
Stay tuned.
All right. Thanks, guys. Later.